If you are in the market for a car, perhaps you're thinking about buying a new car and you're a little bit fearful, you are in luck this morning because we have taken a road trip down to North Georgia Toyota in part of the showroom with the owner and the general manager. So happy this morning to have Eddie Brooker, Greg Epps invite us into their beautiful showroom. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Julie, for allowing us to be here.
I think I used the right word when I said if you're a little bit afraid of the fact that you might be in the market for a new car. Historically, that's been a fun thing. But for shoppers now, and Greg, I'll throw this to you, it's concerning because people hear the horror stories of paying above a fair market value. Y'all have made a concerted effort to take that fear away.
That's right. We're, we hear the same stories. We hear dealers, marking up way over MSRP and whatnot, and we just don't think that's the right thing to do. We are local, small local dealer, and we feel like we need to take care of our customers, and taking advantage of people in times that are bad is just not what we think is the right thing. So we've maintained that we won't sell any car over sticker, and we'll do whatever we can to get you the car that you want.
Eddie, you are the owner here, so the buck literally does stop with you. This was not a Toyota decision, this was your decision.
No, there are several dealers. As the inventories got depleted, then they started selling particular vehicles like maybe hybrid Highlanders, double cab Tacoma pickups, started marking them up over sticker. Then it just became, well, people are paying whatever we say, so we'll just sell it for whatever we can. And that's not what you're doing, is taking people out of the market. Anything above sticker is air. You still have to depreciate it. And the people that do buy these cars at these inflated prices are going to be what we call underwater in the bucket in 2 or 3 years. So there's ulterior motives to us selling them and trying to sell them at a fair price, because we want these people to be able to trade in 3 years with us or 4 years with us instead of being upside down. So it's just not good business practice. And the first thing we did when we saw this thing going that way, we will not sell over MSRP. Now there's still some stuff that we'll discount on the new end. All incentives have been taken off of cars, in defense of other dealers and things. The OEMs, the manufacturers, are not giving us incentives. They don't have to.
Right. So
we're dealing with the little markup that we have between invoice and MSRP, and we're not going to go above that. We're making fine. We're doing fine.
I am the daughter of a small business owner. My dad had grocery stores in the Atlanta area, and so the kitchen table conversation often turned to people won't come in and quibble with me over the price of the steaks. He wanted very much to honor fellow small business owners in the part of Atlanta where we lived. But part of that means that integrity is the key central point to your business, because these are your neighbors, right?
That's right, and we take that very seriously, that our name and reputation is more important to us than any extra few dollars that we might make on selling the car or something. Like Eddie said, we want you coming back in 3 years, 5 years, whatever, and still have a good taste in your mouth.
And a lot of these people, we want them to be happy with us when they do come back. And a lot of these people, when they realize what happened and what they paid, that particular dealer they bought it from, I think, is going to not get return business. So,
well, and the trust factor is key, because they're generational purchases. People begin to come to you, then their kids, their grandchildren. I know here we are in front of this beautiful car, and we're not even talking about it, and people might wonder why, but y'all didn't want to get in to the nuts and bolts of the inventory you have. You wanted specifically to talk about the business philosophy right now. I will ask you about used cars. This same principle is applying to your used car lot, right? Where you're pricing things fairly.
Exactly. The used car market has escalated greatly.
It's exploded.
It has exploded. Those things are beyond our control, but we are taking the same philosophy. We're not trying to jack them up, a big profit margin or whatever, but we're having to pay more for them. And we're paying, sometimes I've bought cars back from individuals that they bought 3 years ago and paying them more than they paid for it new.
I can't be here and not ask you a little bit about the buying process. So since you mentioned people are bringing in a used car and you're paying more, is this a good time to come here and do that trade up that you're talking about, Eddie?
Yes, it's a great time to trade. And what I caution people is a dealer will call them, solicit them, and say, I'll give you what you paid for your car. Well, that's all well and good. It's a seller's market. If you're just got something to sell right now that's an automobile or RV or whatever, yeah, it's a great time to sell it. But if you have to replace it, you're going to turn around and lose that money that you made on it. Now, if you're trading that in for another vehicle, whereas you don't have the incentives and the vehicles may be a little bit higher, we're putting more in the trade-in. So there's an offset there. Your trade-in's worth more, the vehicle's a little more, so there's an offset. You just got to be cautious not to go sell that. I had a guy, my daughter's RAV4, she's down at college, and I can make a little money on it, should I sell it? Well, are you going to buy your daughter another car? So yeah, you're going to make some quick money because you're going to have to turn around and get another one.
Right.
So there's some replacement costs there, but the market, there is an offset there in the vehicle that you have and the vehicle that you're purchasing. Your vehicle that you have is worth more money.
You know, I mean, we don't have time. If you've bought a car recently, you know, it's kind of a long process because you do want to build that relationship with the person who's showing you the car, and then you do begin to talk about the features and this and that. We can't get into all of that in our conversation today. I will ask you, you talk about the local side of things, but you're not local to Dalton. People are coming to you from all parts of our viewing area, aren't they?
Yeah, we serve, you know, Dalton, the Tennessee, Chattanooga, Cleveland, south of Dalton. You know, we focus on the people that we feel like we can serve on the car sale, the service. We're not just interested in selling you the car and never seeing you again. You know, we want to see you smiling faces back in here getting your oil changed and all that.
Well, because I think a lot of people have had separate conversations with their teenage drivers saying, take care of your car because I might not be able to replace it. So this is good news for people to know that A, you have the inventory, and B, you've priced it fairly.
That's right.
So you want to say something before I go?
If you buy a new Toyota, you get 24 months, 25,000 miles of your scheduled maintenance is paid.
Great.
Toyota takes care of it. So basically, we try to tell the customer, you bring it here, you can take it to any Toyota dealer, but when they start coming back in, that's where we try to shine and take care of them, get them in and out quick, make sure that they're taken care of while they're here, that they're comfortable and everything. And that's important. You can buy a car online, but eventually you're going to have to take it into the store, and you're going to have to meet the people that are going to keep that car going. And if you do have an issue with it, you want somebody there to take care of it.
So we're going to come back down in a few weeks and check in with them again and talk about another side of the business, which is, I'll give you the quick teaser, that they are lifelong childhood friends. So we'll get into that kind of personal side. But in the meantime, if you're looking for a fair value on your car, pay them a visit down here at North Georgia Toyota. And if they say, gee, can I pull in and talk to somebody friendly, what are you going to tell them, Greg?
Oh, yes, you can.
Your dad joke of the week brought to you by Scenic City Neurotherapy. Everyone deserves a laugh.